Retardmaxxing will make you more progress in the gym. Here's how. Let's go. All right, so actually, who am I? Well, my name is Billy. I'm a young bodybuilder and fitness coach. This is my starting physique, 50 kg, where I'm at right now, 77, I'm actually around 78 kg right now, but this is a recent photo of my physique. Photo of my arms, my back. This is me benching the other day. Basically, I'm a young bodybuilder and I'm a fitness coach. Anyway, let's just get into it. Also, by the way, if you want to join the free upgrade protocol, join over 100 other guys upgrading their physiques, therefore upgrading their businesses, entrepreneurship, studies, everything like that. Go check that out at the top link in the description. Anyway, let's just get straight into it. So what is retardmaxxing? Well, retardmaxxing is basically the opposite of overthinking. So in today's age, where we have podcasts everywhere, people are always talking about the best, the new scientific studies, the most optimal ways to train, especially inside of the gym, the best exercises, the best split to follow, the best meals to eat. There's so much information. It's so easy to just procrastinate and not end up taking any action. So this is what retardmaxxing will help with. And it's a bit of a dumb term, but all it actually means is you just shrug your shoulders and make a decision. Because at the end of the day, you're not going to get anywhere if you're not taking action. And this is what this concept of retardmaxxing solves. So these are the two different types of people in the gym. So you have the fun optimizer. This is the guy who's retardmaxxing. He walks into the gym, he stays as long as he wants. He kind of does whatever exercises feel good, and then he leaves. On the other hand, you have the optimized overthinker who plans for weeks ahead when they're going to go to the gym, what they're going to do, what machines they're going to use. They're watching all the Jeff Nippard YouTube videos. They're watching everything. They're consuming so much information so they can do well in the gym. But the one key that they forget to do is actually taking action. Whereas this guy, the fun optimizer, who just wants to have fun, who just wants to make progress, who just wants to get stronger, well, he makes a lot more progress because doing one thing, which is action. He's taking a lot of action. So let me describe the two of you in the situations they might be in. Let's say the fun optimizer. This is the guy who walks into the gym. He wants to bench. He wants to bench heavy. He wants to do the bench press. He thinks it's fun. That's the science-based lifter. The overthinking optimizer is not going to do this. They're just going to think, oh, well, how can I actually have the best exercises or have the best workout or the scientifically best workout? Well, the guy who's optimizing for fun will do whatever feels good, whatever is fun, and because of that, he'll make progress. He won't count all of his sets. If he has more in him, then he'll do it. Instead of stopping maybe before the point of failure, like the guy who's trying to optimize before he's even taken action. This guy's pushing it hard. He's always training to failure just naturally because he's enjoying it, because he's trying to push hard. He sometimes stays in the gym for over 2 hours a day, which might not be optimal, but it's very fun. And because of that, he makes progress. In my first year in the gym, I'd go every day. I'd go for multiple hours. Sometimes I'd even go multiple times a day. And that's why I think I made such fast progress. I didn't have a crazy good workout program. I didn't have my nutrition all that locked in. Obviously, I was eating a surplus. I was lean bulking, which is what you'll learn in my program at the top link in the description, completely free, by the way. But I wasn't really overthinking any decisions. I was just trying to take action. So I was always going to the gym every day. I was making sure that I ate enough, and that's about it. I was making sure that I slept enough at night, but I wasn't optimizing everything. Now I'm like a year and a half, almost 2 years into my journey. Now I'm starting to optimize little things, switching up my workout plan a bit. But if you're a beginner, especially a beginner, you shouldn't worry about any of this. Don't worry about the most optimal workout split. Don't care about the most optimal foods to eat. Don't care about how to program, your workout around your life. All of that stuff. Forget about all of it and just optimize for fun. All right? You want to be retarded about this. You don't want to overthink everything. You just want to take action. If you want to go to the gym twice today because you feel like you can, then go. Use up your newbie gains. Use up your beginner gains, which basically, you're going to make a lot more progress in your first year than at any other point in your journey. So instead of getting distracted by all of this fluff, all of this noise on the internet, all of the different methods you should try, just go into the gym and actually take action. And then you'll realize this feels good. This doesn't feel good. You like this exercise. You don't like this exercise. You like to train for this long. You don't like to train for this long. You realize it yourself. Everyone's different. There's a reason why there's so many different splits that exist. They all get results. You'll get results on push-pull legs, upper lower, Arnold split, even the bro split. You'll get progress on because you're doing something when before you were doing nothing. But the reason why so many different splits exist is because not everybody likes the same stuff. Not everybody responds well to the same type of training. So you need to go in and experiment yourself. And the only way you can do this is by taking action and optimizing for fun. Instead of optimizing, overthinking, thinking what is the best way I could go about when I enter the gym, go into the gym first. Enter the gym first, take the action, and then you'll realize later on what you like, what you don't like, what works. And that's where you get your optimization from trying and failing. Instead of sitting there in your room in the dark, not taking any action, still being skinny, still being fat, not making progress and thinking, oh, well, when I enter the gym, I'll make a bunch of progress. How about you just enter? How about you actually go and take the action first? And that's how you're actually going to see the results that you've been wanting. So this is the method that's going to allow you to actually implement this retardmaxxing kind of fun optimizing mindset basically into your training. It's called the shrug your shoulders method. It sounds a bit strange, but this is basically it, all right? Let's say you're in the gym and you don't know what exercise to do. You know a few different bicep curl variation. You can do a regular, you can do hammer curls, you can do it on a preacher bench, you can do it lying down, do some incline curls. Think, what do I want to do right now? Maybe you just feel like doing hammer curls. Shrug your shoulders and do them. Same thing with a chest exercise. You could do a bench press, or you can maybe do a bit of like a chest press machine. You could do a fly, you can do an incline dumbbell press. Shrug your shoulders. What do you want to do? You shrug your shoulders and go, okay, I'll do this one. Decide straight away, in that instant. Don't procrastinate. Don't think about it. Don't put up when you start watching the right form. Whatever you know how to do, shrug your shoulders and do it. All right? This is the only way that you'll actually be able to take action. Because in this generation, there's so much information. Previously, like 100 years ago, there was no information, all these studies and stuff online. We didn't have the information. Now we have too much information that we don't take any action. And the only way to get around this is to just act dumber, act more retarded than you actually are, shrug your shoulders and what do I want to do right now? What would be fun right now? And then you go and do that. Okay? So if that means you want to bench like 4 times a week, as long as you're not getting injured, as long as you're using good form, you shrug your shoulders and do it. Do whatever you want to do, because the first year you'll make such good progress, you'll make such fast progress. All you have to do is shrug your shoulders. All right? So next time you need to make a decision about what workout to do, what you want to train, how you want to train, and what specific exercises you want to do, just shrug your shoulders. When you get back from the gym, you're debating, do I eat this post-workout meal or this post-workout meal? Shrug your shoulders. What food do you have? What do you have available to you? And do that. This is what's so important, because you're just getting action. You're taking action when before you weren't taking action. You were procrastinating. You'll sit there researching recipes. What's the best post-workout meal? What has the most protein? Well, the guy who's acting a bit more retarded will just go home and think, oh, what has protein? All right, some Greek yogurt, oh, some eggs. And he'll eat that. He'll just eat it. And he gets the protein, and he doesn't know exactly how much, but he got it in. You're not sat there researching for an hour. You've already lost your protein synthesis window. What's the point, right? This guy already took the action, even if it wasn't the most optimal technically. He still took action, and that's why he's going to make more progress. Because again, he's optimizing for fun. I know every single one of you watching this video knows a guy that's in the gym. He doesn't really know what he's doing. He doesn't have the right workout split. He's not doing anything optimally, but he's strong and he's big and he's making progress. And it's because he's optimizing for fun. He just enjoys it so much. He takes so much action that he just has to get results. Now, this isn't to say that you should ever optimize and you shouldn't ever find the best things to do. Choose the best exercises to do. You definitely should. But to get your foot in the door, to get started, to get momentum, to build confidence inside of the gym, which is what will allow you to make progress in the long run, you need to optimize for fun. You need to shrug your shoulders more and just take action. And then once you've been taking action consistently, once going to the gym is a part of your day, once you know what you like, what you don't like, then you optimize. Then you can do some research specifically, in your downtime in the evenings when you're at school and you don't want to study. Then you can start researching the small things that you want to get really good at. Let's say you want to get really strong on the bench press. Yes, definitely find the best way to train. Maybe that's 5x5 training for strength, for example. You can look that up. If you want to make more progress, if you feel like you're not getting in enough protein, research some high protein meals, but only after you've been taking action. The worst thing you can do is delay entering the gym, delay starting on this journey, and instead just sit there and wonder what the best thing to do is. Research, have a long page of notes about what you can do when you enter the gym. The best version of yourself is not as much, who's not overthinking, who's just trying to take action, and those are the guys that will get results. You have a choice now. Are you going to be the type of guy that optimizes for fun? Which in general, you just have more fun in the gym. When you do what you want to do, you make more progress, you stick to it for longer, and you're more consistent. Or do you want to be the optimized overthinker who's going to sit at home like I'm right now, maybe researching for hours and hours, what's the right workout split to do, what's the right meals to eat, and he never actually takes action and he never gets results? Because like I mentioned earlier, I bet all of you know a guy who's really big but doesn't exactly know optimally what he's doing in the gym. Well, on the flip side, I think all of you will probably know a guy, I know that I do, who knows all of the latest studies, knows the most optimal exercise to train your delts, to train your chest, to increase your bench press. But he's not strong. He doesn't have a developed upper body and he's not making progress. So what's the point in knowing all of this information if you never actually take the action? So make the choice. I think it's pretty clear that it's a lot better to optimize for fun and actually taking action rather than overthinking, trying to optimize for little things when you haven't even given it a go. So make your choice. Are you going to optimize for fun, or are you going to be an optimized overthinker? And my last point is the importance of action. You just have to take action, take action, take action. Let's say you've never stepped into the gym before. Just walking into the gym and doing any exercise will make you progress. And it compounds as well. The more time you spend in the gym, the more exercises that you do, even if you're not doing it with perfect form, even if you don't know exactly if they're the best things to do, just doing anything will make you progress, because as I mentioned before, you were doing nothing. And this is the main mindset that I want you to have. It's about taking action. It's about actually going to the gym, showing up, and just doing something, because doing something is better than doing nothing. And the reason why people don't get consistent, don't stick to this journey, is because they haven't been able to get consistent. And that's because they were overthinking. There was so much information. They watch all the TikToks showing the best exercises to do, the best workout split to follow, the best meals to eat. They got overwhelmed and then they quit. They never stick to it, or they never make progress because they spend all their time thinking instead of all of their time doing. So if you're watching this video right now, this is a sign to actually take more action, to think less, act a bit dumber than you actually are, shrug your shoulders, and just do whatever you want to in the moment, because I bet you'll make a lot more progress. And this is how Retardmaxxing will make you more progress in the gym. If you want to join my community of over 100 guys on this same journey as you, we're all leveling up our physique, putting on weight, upgrading our physiques, because when you upgrade your physique, you upgrade your life. So if you want to go through a transformation similar to mine and a bunch of other guys in the community are going through right now, go check that out, the top link in the description, and I'll see you there.